Change. It's a word that can make us cringe. Why is it so hard? Why does it feel like an uphill battle every time? Change, just the word can make us squirm. It's like our brains are allergic to it. Why is that? Why do our brains seem hardwired to resist anything new, even when it might be good for us? It's a puzzle that has baffled many. Think about it. You get used to your comfy couch, your usual route to work, even the order you put on your socks, then bam, something shifts. Suddenly, the familiar becomes unfamiliar. New job, new city, new flavor of ice cream. Suddenly, our brains go into overdrive, flashing warning signals like a disco ball. It feels unsettling, right? It's like stepping into the unknown. That's because our brains are wired for familiarity. We crave the known and the predictable. Our ancestors survived by sticking to what they knew, avoiding danger and conserving precious energy. This ancient programming kept them safe. Fast forward to today, and our brains still operate with that ancient programming. We still seek comfort in routines and habits, but here's the good news. While our brains might be creatures of habit, they're also incredibly adaptable. We have the power to change our wiring. With a bit of understanding and some clever strategies, we can learn to embrace change and even thrive on it. It's all about taking small steps and being patient with ourselves. So next time change comes knocking, remember, it's an opportunity for growth. Embrace it, and you might just surprise yourself. Let's picture your brain as a house. Inside, there's a cozy living room where you spend most of your time. This is your comfort zone. It's familiar, predictable, and safe. Your morning coffee routine, that's in there. Your well-worn path to the office, yep, right through the middle of the living room. This comfort zone isn't a bad thing. It helps our brains conserve energy, freeing up mental space for more complex tasks. But like anything else, too much comfort can lead to stagnation. Imagine staying in that living room day in and day out. No fresh air, no new experiences. Sounds pretty dull, right? That's why it's important to venture out of that comfy living room every now and then. Stepping outside the door might feel strange at first, even a little scary. But with each step, we challenge our brains, forging new pathways and expanding our world. Think about the last time you tried to change a habit. Maybe it was something small, like drinking more water, or something bigger, like quitting smoking or starting a new exercise routine. Maybe you wanted to start exercising regularly, eat healthier, or incorporate more mindfulness into your daily routine. Or perhaps you aim to finally declutter that overflowing cupboard or organize your workspace. Did it feel easy? Probably not. Remember that new phone you got, the one with all the fancy features and the sleek design? At first, it was probably exciting and a bit overwhelming. You were eager to explore all the new functionalities, but soon you might have found yourself struggling to adapt, feeling a bit lost amidst all the new options. Maybe you even caught yourself still trying to use your old phone out of habit, because it was just easier and more familiar. Or how about that time your favorite shop rearranged its layout? Suddenly everything felt out of place. Suddenly you couldn't find the milk to save your life. It's frustrating, isn't it? You wander the aisles feeling disoriented. That feeling of disorientation is your brain clinging to the familiar, resisting the change, even if it's just a different aisle in the supermarket. It's a natural response. These everyday struggles highlight a fundamental truth about our brains. They crave the comfort of routine and predictability. We find solace in the known and the habitual, but knowing this, we can start to outsmart our own brains and make change a little less daunting. By understanding our natural resistance, we can develop strategies to ease into new habits and embrace change more smoothly. Deep within our brains, there's a network of neurons that fire together in specific patterns. These patterns are our habits, the automatic behaviors we perform without conscious thought. Think about it. Brushing your teeth, tying your shoes, even the way you greet your neighbor. These are all habits, etched into our neural pathways like tiny ruts in a well-traveled road. These habits are incredibly useful. They free up our brains to focus on more important matters. But they can also be incredibly stubborn. Remember those tiny ruts? Imagine trying to steer a car out of those ruts. It takes effort, right? That's what it's like trying to break an old habit or form a new one. But here's the encouraging part. Our brains are incredibly adaptable. With persistence and the right strategies, we can reshape those neural pathways, turning those stubborn ruts into smooth new roads. How to retrain your brain, tips for smoother sailing. In this section, we'll explore practical strategies to help you navigate through life's challenges with greater ease and confidence. So how do we outsmart our change-resistant brains? Our brains are wired to resist change, but with the right approach, we can train them to embrace new habits and perspectives. How do we transform that initial jolt of, oh no, not again, into a more positive, bring it on? It's all about mindset and the steps we take to shift our thinking. Here are a few tips, practical, actionable steps that you can start implementing today. First, start small, think tiny habits. Small changes are less intimidating and easier to stick with over time. Don't try to overhaul your entire life overnight. This can lead to burnout and frustration. Focus on making one small change at a time. Want to start exercising? Set realistic and achievable goals. Begin with a 5-minute walk each day and gradually increase the duration. This way, you build a sustainable habit. Small victories pave the way for bigger transformations. Each small win boosts your confidence and motivation. Next, embrace the 2-minute rule. This technique helps you overcome procrastination. This one's simple but effective. If there's something you've been meaning to do but keep putting off, commit to doing it for just 2 minutes. Often that initial push is all it takes to build momentum. Once you start, you might find it easier to continue beyond those 2 minutes. Also, find your cheerleaders. Surround yourself with supportive people who understand your goals and encourage your progress. Having a support system can be incredibly motivating. Surround yourself with supportive people who understand your goals and encourage your progress. Having a cheering section can make all the difference, especially when those initial doubts start to creep in. They can help you stay focused and motivated. And finally, celebrate your wins, big and small. Recognizing your achievements, no matter how minor, reinforces positive behavior. Acknowledge and celebrate every milestone, no matter how insignificant it may seem. This keeps you motivated and on track. Did you manage to resist that tempting pastry? High five. Did you finally clear out that junk drawer? Treat yourself to something nice. Positive reinforcement goes a long way. By celebrating your successes, you create a positive feedback loop that encourages continued progress. Remember, change is a journey, not a destination. Each step, no matter how small, is a step towards a better you. Embrace the process, stay patient, and keep moving forward. You've got this. Treat yourself to something nice. Positive reinforcement goes a long way. Change is a journey, not a sprint. Remember, change is a process, not an overnight transformation. There will be days when you feel like you're making great strides, and there will be days when you want to crawl back into your comfort zone and hide under a blanket. That's perfectly normal. Think of it like climbing a mountain. There will be steep inclines, switchbacks, and moments when you question why you even started this whole thing. But remember why you embarked on this journey in the first place. Focus on the view from the top, the sense of accomplishment that awaits you. And most importantly, be kind to yourself. Change is hard. It takes time, effort, and a whole lot of self-compassion. The power of baby steps. Sometimes the thought of making a big change can feel overwhelming. It's like staring up at that mountain we talked about and wondering how you'll ever reach the summit. That's where baby steps come in. Instead of trying to conquer the entire mountain in a day, focus on taking one step at a time. Break down your larger goal into smaller, more manageable chunks. Want to write a book? Start by committing to writing a page a day. Want to learn a new language? Begin with learning 5 new words each day. These small steps might seem insignificant at first, but they have a cumulative effect. Each step, no matter how small, moves you closer to your goal and builds momentum along the way. Remember, even the longest journey begins with a single step. Celebrate every victory, no matter how small. As you navigate the ups and downs of change, it's crucial to acknowledge and celebrate your progress. Each step forward, no matter how small, is a victory worth celebrating. Did you manage to wake up early and go for that run you've been putting off? That's amazing. Celebrate that victory, even if it's just with a self-congratulatory pat on the back. Did you finally finish that project that's been hanging over your head? Treat yourself to something nice. These small celebrations serve as positive reinforcement, strengthening your commitment to the change you're making. They remind you that you're capable of achieving your goals and that the journey itself can be enjoyable. Embrace the unknown. Change can be awesome. Change, with all its challenges and uncertainties, is an inevitable part of life. It's what pushes us to grow, learn, and become the best versions of ourselves. While our brains might be naturally inclined to resist change, we have the power to rewire our thinking and embrace the unknown. Remember, stepping outside your comfort zone can lead to incredible experiences, new opportunities, and a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you. So the next time you encounter change, instead of shying away, take a deep breath and embrace the opportunity for growth and transformation. You might just surprise yourself with what you can achieve.